no other choice, so we're sending it. Woo! There we go, there we go. We're surfing, baby. Look at that, right in the waves. Oh, this is fun. All right, that was not my best judgment trying to hit that wave head on. I should have continued to go that way. What is going on, everyone? Nico Lind here with the wife Meli in the background there, making us some drinks, and it is a beautiful day on Treasure Cay. Let the exposure adjust here. Actually, let me open this up for y'all. And you can see it's a stunning day. Definitely a little bit windy. You can tell by the white caps out there. But this is our last day here before we head down to Panama tomorrow. And so we're gonna make the best of it. And so we're not gonna let the wind and the white cap stop us. And we're gonna hop in the new 23 Albury that y'all have seen in a couple of our last videos and head over to Green Turtle for a little lunch, maybe hit some pineapples and just have a nice little day. I think this should be really entertaining for you guys because it's rough as hell out there, and you know, to get to Green Turtle you have to get around the point to Treasure, which is by Whale Cay, which gets really rough with white caps and everything. And so we have to go through all of that today on the Albury, so you get a taste of what that boat is capable of, and then also what it's like to have a nice little relaxing day in the Abaco. So let's get down to the property, get to the boat, and get going. We made it to the property and look at the stallion. The Abaco stallion. What do you think of the name?
The Abaco stallion?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes.
I think so. We actually do need a name for this boat, so if you guys have any good names, preferably Bahama related, please drop them in the comments down below. Alright, so as you can see, we made it off the dock and we're heading out the canal right now. And real quick before we get going, we do have to stop by the fuel dock to fill up this boat, which will be my first time ever filling it up since it's new. And so I'm a little bit excited because it'll be interesting to see how accurate the fuel burn readings are in the system. So let's go ahead and get on with that. And I do want to say two things real quick. First, I wish I had some sweet drone video for you guys for this video. Sadly, the 20-knot winds dictate otherwise, so sadly no drone today. And then here's your video reminder to please subscribe to the channel. It helps us and it lets us know that you guys enjoy the videos we make. Liking the video helps as well. And then comment down below what you want to see. But enough of that, let's get to the fuel dock. All right, so made it to the fuel dock here. As you can see, Meli's holding my phone with a towel and I have no shirt on because I stupidly dropped my phone in the water, so I had to go get it and it's cold. But as I said, this is our first fill up since getting the boat, and so let me key on here and I'll show you guys how many gallons it says we should be taking. All right, so if I swipe into the trip menu, it says I've used 82.8 gallons. I think y'all can see that, and we have this set to a 98 gallon capacity, so if everything is correct, we should take about 15 gallons, and so I'm hoping it is correct, and so I'll keep you updated as we fill up and, you know, see how accurate this sensor is. And of course, we have to admire the Silly Goose sticker, which is our other Albury over in Florida. I just realized that I gave you guys the completely wrong numbers. It says I've used 82.8, and so I should be putting in somewhere around 83 gallons. Definitely not the 15 gallon difference from full to that. So 82 gallons is what we should take, not 15. All right, so we just finished filling up. I have the receipt right here, and as you guys just heard me say, we should have taken somewhere around 83 gallons, and we took 83.3 gallons, so almost spot on. So glad to hear that our fuel flow sensor is working properly and that, you know, calibration is correct and everything. And just so you guys kind of know, you know, the cost of running these boats, you know, we put in 83.3 gallons and our total came to $532, which I'm actually extremely happy with. Obviously that's very expensive and it's more, you know, if you're not around boats, that's a significant amount of fuel money if you're just used to cars, but it's really not bad in the grand scheme of things over here in the boating world. You know, I'm editing another video right now from this past summer where I put 490 gallons in the Bahama, and that one was a $3,200 fill up. So I'll take the $500 fill up all day every day. But let's get on over to Green Turtle. It's going to be pretty calm running down towards the point because we're wind protected, but then once we get to the point and start making that round, it's going to get pretty rough. So I'll probably put you guys on the head cam and just kind of talk to you all through that, but let's get going. When we're nice and wind protected, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Just look at this view in the water. And of course, the view of my lovely wife. This is Windward Beach at Treasure Cay right here. We're gonna run all the way down along the beach until we get to the point. You can see I already have my head cam ready for when we get into the rough water. All right, we're approaching the point. So you're only gonna go on the head cam so you can see just how rough it's gonna be getting around for us. And obviously, in a small boat, I don't have to go all the way around. I can cut in between the islands, but it's still gonna be wet and rough. So this is the point of treasure right here. That's Sandy Key, and so if you can look, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but way over there you have that kind of sunken crash old Princess. And so in this boat, we're gonna be able to cut inside of that island. But as you can see, as we're approaching, there are white caps everywhere. And so this is gonna be quite interesting. Hold on, Meli. And so in a situation like this, your best friend is keeping the bow down, woo! And just slowing the boat down altogether and letting the hull do some work. All right, so here, we're just doing 17 knots. We're really not going very fast at all. But in this rough weather, speed is not your friend whatsoever. So we're fairly calm here, but you can see on that side over there, once we get around the point here, this island, we're in for some pretty rough weather. So we're just gonna take it slow and kind of work our way in between the white caps. Woo, here we go. It's about to get dicey. All right, so we're rounding the islands here. You can see a sandbar here. Once we get across that, you can see all those white caps. And woo, this wind is howling, god dang. All right, so you can see we're in the middle of all the white caps now. The name of the game is just to kind of work our way through them and not getting caught in any of the actual white caps. So this is gonna be interesting. And once I get around the shallows here, if I kind of run down and hedge towards the Treasure Cay beach, I can avoid all the white caps. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Just look at this weather. Holy bejesus. We're chilling. Woo! So you can see here, all your white caps are over here. Get down by the beach. There's not quite as many because these sandbars out here kind of kill the waves. So right now I'm just gonna hedge towards the beach, and that way I'll avoid all of these white caps right here. So this is the beauty of a small boat like this, is you can do things like that. But I do need to give some credit to the Albury. This little boat just takes weather like this in stride completely. There are not many other small boats that I would feel comfortable going out in this kind of weather on, so props to the Albury. We're almost through it all. Woo! All right, that was not my best judgment trying to hit that wave head on. I should have continued to go that way. But, oh well, we're getting through it. All right, so you can see this continued white caps, and these are all ocean swell coming in through Whale Cut over there. And so now, I really don't want to go through any of that. So I'm really gonna start hedging over towards the beach right now. This is the type of boat driving that really takes all hands on deck. One hand on the throttle, one hand on the wheel. All right, so it looks like we have a swell line that goes almost all the way to the beach. So at some point, I'm just gonna have to split the difference here. What I'm doing is I'm just looking for an area between white capping waves, and then I just kind of got to send it pretty fast at that point. It looks like up there I'll have a much better opening by the beach. right, so I'm gonna let this wave go by, and the next breaking wave's not till behind it. So I'm gonna try to cut through these waves right here. Whoop, or not, hold on. Nope, okay, not gonna do that because the waves are breaking behind it. Just continue going this way. All right, so I see a little gap here that I can cut through to get around it. You see, we're in a gap with no breaking waves. I just sit here and I work the throttle, and we're through. Look at that. Woohoo! Definitely a little bit dicey today, but again, no better boat I'd rather be in this weather than a 23 Albury Brothers. Giddy up! All right, so now, let me get through this way. So now we're through all the breaking waves, the worst of it, all the big ocean swell coming in from the channel. We still might get a couple more like you'll see up there, but very soon here we're gonna start to get some protection from No Name and Green Turtle. So really not too bad at all. No, you just take it slow and let the boat just go up and down, you know? And what Meli was just saying, even Meli, who, you know, is still not used to rough weather like this, literally just said, this is not bad at all, because this is literally what these little 23 Alburys were made to do. If you can see the screen, we're just putting along at 15 knots right now, so really not going fast at all, and you're just letting the hull in the boat do its thing and cut through the waves and just kind of bob up and down like these boats do. Not bad at all. You can see right here we have a couple more breakers, so I'm gonna head up sea to try to get past those. Woo. These some big freaking waves. All right, so we're past the brakes. Now we just continue to work our way through it. So we're past this set of breaking waves, and that should be our last one, because as you can see, we're pretty close to No Name, so we're gonna get all that land protection here in a second. All right, so as you can see, we're clearly through all the breakers back there, and now it's still not calm, it's very rough, but now we just take it slow and make our way on over to Green Turtle. All right, and so just like that, we finally have our wind protection from No Name, and so we can go a little bit faster now. Still not super fast, because as you can see, it's still pretty freaking rough, but we definitely can go a little bit faster now. We made it to Green Turtle. So as you can see, we made it through. We made it here to Green Turtle, and let me tell you, this boat, the 23 Alburys in general, just continued to impress me. You know, that was some serious weather. Now, I don't think it was dangerous by any means, so I do want to get out ahead of that, because I know I'm going to get a ton of comments saying it's dangerous, why are you out? It's heavy seas, definitely heavy seas, but given where I feel my skill level is at and the capabilities of the boat, it was by no means dangerous. You just have to be careful and kind of work your way through the seas, because getting to the point was flat. Once you get to the wind protection or No Name and the wave protection, it's pretty flat. It's just that probably 3/4 of a mile that you kind of just have to search your way through those, you know, white capping rollers. But this boat's awesome, baby. As a non-boater, what did you think about this?
I think it was great. It wasn't that bad at all. I mean, yes, it was like kind of rough, you know? Big waves and everything, but I think this boat is perfect. It wasn't... I loved it. Yeah,
and it wasn't bad. Like, Meli, before me, was not a boater in the slightest. And so, like, That's probably by far the roughest seas Meli's ever been in, and for her to say it wasn't bad speaks huge volumes for this boat. And something else I do want to go on record and say right now was, I know I, you know, praise these Albury 23s all the time, so it might be, you know, there might be people out there thinking I'm sponsored or they're paying me to make these videos. Not the case. Albury, they don't pay me a dime for these. I do know the owners, but they don't pay me a dime for these. These are not sponsored. If I didn't like these boats and we were getting beat to hell out here, I would tell you guys that. They're just solid boats and I love them. You know, there's a reason we bought 2 of them. And so overall, this thing ate it up. So let's get into the Green Turtle Club, get some lunch, and then hang out a little bit. You know, I'm gonna obviously take you guys with me, and then I'd be lying if I said I was looking forward to the ride back to Treasure, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ooh, we got her all tied up. Looking good with my braided lines that are excessive, but I do it because it looks good. We're here at the club. The restaurant's over there. We're gonna go get some food. What'd you get?
So good. I got the crispy grouper wrap with potato salad.
How was your food?
Delicious. Very, very good. How was yours?
Oh, delicious as always, but we're back to the boat now, and I think we might go, I don't know, check out maybe Pineapples, or maybe see if Miss Emily's is open. What do you think?
Yeah, we can go check.
Yeah, and I'm not drinking today just because of how rough it is. I want to have my wits about me, but I always enjoy just sitting there and talking, so I think we're going to do that. I'll keep you updated. While we idle out of the channel here until we can go fast, I do want to get ahead of a criticism real quick that I have a feeling some people are going to put on this video, and that is that, you know, we're being hard on the boat and we're, you know, destroying it and yada yada yada, which is the furthest thing from the truth. As you can see, working our way through the waves, we were going like 12 knots, 14 knots maybe, and so there's no slamming or anything. It's literally just riding up the face of a wave and down the back of it. There's no slamming. It's really putting not a lot of stress on the boat whatsoever. It's not like I'm trying to run at 25 knots launching off of waves and pounding. And so what I'm doing, not bad for the boat. Doesn't, you know, it's not stressing it. You know, it's literally probably less stress on the boat, you know, than, like I said, running fast up on plane in any sort of chop. And so it's just up and down each individual wave. So just wanted to get ahead of that one. All right, I think we decided to go ahead and check out Pineapples and see if they're even open. I know they were closed last week when we were here. And maybe walk over to Miss Emily's, you know, dock at the public dock in New Plymouth, and walk over to Miss Emily's so Meli can see it. She's never seen it. Really the main reason we're doing it is because it is dead low tide right now, and getting in between the islands around the point of Treasure can get really skinny. Now this boat draws next to nothing, but I still would like to, you know, at least be an hour and a half past dead low tide before I try to run across those sandbars. And so we're gonna go waste some time and take y'all with us. And so where we are now at the Green Turtle Club, it's in White Sounds here. Pineapples, it's over on the outside of Black Sounds, kind of as you're coming into New Plymouth. It's on the left side there. And so I'll put the camera up and so y'all can see exactly where it is on the island and just how close it is to Green Turtle Club. So if you're doing a whole, you know, Green Turtle day, it's worth your time just to stop in, because it's an extra 3 minutes. As y'all can see, we made it here to Pineapples, and there's a beautiful wife. And judging by the music, I think they're open, but look at this. Right here on the dock, we got another Silly Goose sticker. The Silly Goose is taking over the Abacos, which again, it's our other Albury back in Florida. This is the Pineapples dock, which again, during summer when it's busy, they like you to use a stern anchor so they can fit as many boats as possible, but we're the only ones here. And then you walk up, take a left, and it takes you straight up to the bar. This is where they make their conch salad right here. And so this is your graveyard of conchs. All the dead conch shells piled up. Which, if you spent any time in the Bahamas, you know that's a very common thing. Every island that serves conch salad right under the conch stand has a whole, I don't know what to call this, graveyard of conch, cemetery. I always love a good pineapple stop. What about you, Meli?
Cheers.
Cheers. And I said I wasn't drinking, but I'm treating myself to one, small drink. This is one of those small cups. Look at it in my hand because why not? This isn't enough to affect me, but this is the little beach they have here. There's the bar up there, the pool, some tables. Just a really low-key, awesome place to hang out. All right, I came back down to the boat real quick because they actually painted the bar this off-season up there at Pineapples, and so there used to be, it used to be covered in boat stickers, and so all of the stickers are now either painted over, or peeled off. And so I'm grabbing some Silly Goose stickers from the boat to put up there. So we're gonna be the first boat stickers back at Pineapple. So that's exciting. I'm gonna video us putting them up so y'all can see where they are. And I'm gonna put my Instagram on the screen right now. If any of you guys see our stickers around, take a picture and send me a DM on Instagram of it, and maybe I'll pick, a lucky person or two and send them a Silly Goose shirt, for participating in the sticker find. So let's get some stickers. All right, I got the goods. I got 2 of them, so the bar is getting 2 stickers. Hey, I ain't gotta take a shot with us too. No. I wanna have my wits about me when I run. Yeah! There we go. Hi. Chris and it. There we go. We're leaving Pineapples now. It was nice to stop there. We haven't been there since they reopened, which had to have been the last couple days only. So nice to stop there, nice to see everyone, see the bartenders, the family who owns it, who's got the cutest little dog, which I just recently today found out that they renamed from Chowder to Dexter. So that was slightly heartbreaking because I like the name Chowder. But headed back to Treasure now. And so obviously, as y'all saw earlier in this video, it's very rough. And so I got a game plan this one a little bit. And so if I basically do a straight line from here to the point of Treasure where I go around, I'm gonna be somewhat in a, quartering slash, following a quartering C off my stern here. And what I really don't want is to get, into those breaking waves in a following type C, because that's just a recipe for disaster. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run all the way over to the mainland, kind of by the point where that abandoned marina is, Sandbank Landing. And then from there, I'm gonna run in a straight line to the point. That way I'm kind of running with a beam C, that's, maybe quartering C off, my port side quarter. And so at that point, I'm going into the waves. I can see what waves are breaking. I can kind of do my best to avoid them. And I don't have the chance of not being able to see a breaking wave and then, coming down over it into a breaking wave. And so that's the plan. Again, I'm gonna put you guys on the head cam again. We're gonna go over across, like I said, hug the mainland, and then work our way back over to Treasure. And because you guys saw the entire journey over here, I'm not gonna bore you guys and make you, do the entire journey back. I can't talk. I will edit it down. And so, that y'all will just think anything interesting that happens, any interesting waves, or if I make a mistake or whatever it might be. So let me get you on the head cam and let's head on over to Treasure and do the dance with the breaking waves yet again. You excited?
I'm excited.
Are you actually excited?
We got this.
We do. We got this. Alrighty, I got you guys on the head cam. This is New Plymouth. That's where we came from, Pineapples. Like I said, we're gonna head out across and go to the mainland first and then kind of work our way from there. So without further ado, let's brace ourselves for some rough weather and get after it. Come on. Oh yeah. So you can see, if you look far ahead, and I hope the camera can pick this up, but you can see where the Bahama Beach Club is. We're basically gonna head there until, we're at a straight line to the point, and then we'll take the left turn towards the point. So let's get across to see Abaco and then go over. So far, so good. it feels like the wind has actually died down a little bit from the ride over, and the forecast was supposed to die down as the day went on. Now the breaking waves are swells coming in from the ocean, so we're still gonna have those breaking waves, but I'm hoping with a little bit lower wind that we're not gonna have all that chop on top of it, so we'll see. All right, you can see we got a little bit of spray already, but to be honest, now granted, when we're looking this way, we're kind of looking at the back of the white cap, so we can't see a whole lot. But so far, it definitely looks like there's a lot less breaking waves than there was this morning. So fingers crossed that it holds looking like this. All right, so at least from what I can tell right now, I'm good to start heading straight to the point. So I did that left turn and I'm heading straight over to the point over there. And then of course, if we're getting any breaking waves, I'll just adjust course a little bit. But from what I can see right now, it looks like it should be a pretty uneventful ride back, which is just what we want. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's that is a cold spray, my God. Woo, that's cold. Oh, as you can see, it is a wet one with this wind coming straight this way. But as you can see, we're right about to the point where the abandoned marina is. And I have yet to see a breaking wave, so far so good. This one looks like it might be the first one, but nope, we're good. So far so good. Just to hedge my bets a little bit, I am gonna go a little bit closer into the beach. The last thing I wanna do is get caught, you know, in a situation where I really don't have a ton of room to maneuver, so I'm hedging my bets and going towards the beach. All right, so far so good. Woo, you can see these are some pretty big waves coming in. Woo, these are some very big waves, so we're just taking it really slow. I'm only doing 12, 13 knots right now and just being super cautious not to get caught on the side of a breaking wave. What I'm trying to do is just ride the waves up and down like I just did right there. All right, so it looks like right here we have our first set of breaking waves that I'm gonna have to work my way through. I don't know if y'all can see them in the distance up there, but I'm just gonna approach them really, really slow and work my way through them. Woo, look at those breakers. And so to avoid those ones, I'm actually gonna go down sea with the waves here for a little bit because it looks like they're all breaking back there. So I'm gonna go down sea a little bit to try to get ahead of the break. So I'm watching right here and it looks like the break is dying out right here, which means I'm kind of good just to go cross in front of this break right here. So that's what I'm doing. Woo, there it is. Look at the face of that wave. Holy bejesus. All right, so we're through. Look at this break right here. Holy bejesus. But you can see, we get in front of it and look, we're nice in the open right now. Look at all those waves breaking. And what's causing all of these waves to break is in this area. This is the Treasure Cay beach. In this area of the Sea of Abacos, there's a ton of sandbars. And so when those ocean swells come in from the ocean and that mass of water hits a sandbar, it forces a lot of that water up and it creates that, or it makes that wave break like you're seeing right now. So the key is really kind of staying away from the sandbars, and so we're making it work. We're definitely more than halfway down the Treasure Beach, so we're making good timing. This last set of breaking waves up here is by far going to be the most difficult to get through because I need to get to that island right there, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it work. And so for these waves, I'm going down sea and I'm gonna get past the wave break. Because I can see up here the waves, they're done breaking right about there. So I'm gonna go up and try to get around these waves and just work my way into the shallows over there. You can see I'm kind of caught in a set of breaking waves right now, which is not really what I wanted, but you just play with the throttle and you work your way through them like I'm doing right now. It's really not a whole lot to it. There we go. So you see, I found an opening through them, and now I just keep going on. And that's the name of the game. Just like I did this morning, you kind of just find the areas where the sandbars are, where the waves are breaking, and then just go along them until you find an opening and you cut your way through. It's pretty easy. Definitely takes, I would not recommend this if you are not a very experienced captain, but I know my skill level. I've done this before, and so this is nothing out of the ordinary for what I think is safe. All right, so this is the last major area of wave break that I'm gonna have to get through. And then once I pass this, you get protection from Whale Cay. And so this is also the hardest because this break goes all the way into the beach. And so I kind of just have to be patient and find an opening and shoot the gap and make my way through it. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, here we go. All right, so I found the gap between this wave and that wave breaking in. I think I can shoot the gap. I have no other choice, so we're sending it. Woo! There we go, there we go! We're surfing, baby! Look at that, right in the waves. Oh, this is fun. There we go. And just like that, we're past the last major wave break. Woo! All right, so now you can see the waves breaking on that sandbar. But now we have a little bit of protection from Whale Cay and Sandy Cay right here. So now we just got to get around the islands, and it's a straight, calm shot back into Treasure. All right, so we're coming around the point here. Woo! Let me get it. And so once we get around and make the turn, it's a straight following sea, which the Alburys really, really like. So after that, it should be pretty smooth sailing. Woo! We made it around. High five, baby. Woo! All right, we made it through the rough of it. Now it's just a straight, easy shot along the beach back into the marina. Woo-hoo-hoo! Giddy up! Look at the beautiful Treasure Cay windward beach. Absolutely stunning. Woo! Nice and easy. This Albury is so capable. Is that a person out there? Huh? That's a person, yeah? Yeah. And you can see this is a good example, because when you're running the windward beach like this coming into Treasure Cay, you have to be very careful, because as you can see, there are people in the water right here. And if I wasn't careful and was too close, I'm a real hazard and, you know, could possibly hit someone and kill them. And so doing this run, you have to be so careful, so careful. Oh, somebody brought their boat to the sandbar here. I love it. Howdy, howdy, how we doing? No, appreciate it. Just put her through her paces, getting around to Green Turtle, getting around the point. Oh yeah. All right, we'll see you around. We went around the Green Turtle around the point. Woo! That's why I have this on. I was filming us diving through the waves. The what? It wasn't bad. You just I took it like 15 knots and just kind of worked my way through it.
I think your definition of that. I would ask the real person. Meli, how was it bad?
It was rough.
It was definitely rough, but this boat, I mean, it handled it as good as any boat's gonna handle big breaking.
Anybody that would have gone out there in a boat that size.
It was, so once you get around the point, we just kind of hugged the beach to get out of the breakers, and then when you had to cross over, just kind of worked my way between breaking waves. And so
Did you come inside, like where the rock is, and then there's those like 2 or 3 islands? Did you come in between those islands?
yeah, so on this boat, I'll cut in between the islands.
You don't have to go around the yacht.
On the Bahama, I do, but this boat, I can just cut between anything.
Yeah. So you can avoid a lot of that stuff. You hug the shore, and then you scoot it across.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what makes it, I don't have to go out and around the island.
in between, there would have been like surfing waves.
Oh yeah, if I had to go around the island, I wouldn't have done it, because they're all breaking onto the islands. Yeah.
That makes sense then. I thought you were going to go around that island.
No. This I can cut between. It's nice and easy. I don't have to worry about anything. It's the beauty of having a little small boat, you know?
All right. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. All right.
All right. You're not as crazy as I thought you were.
Still a little bit crazy. I'll see you around.
See ya. Bye.
Ready?
Yeah.
We are crazy. Alright, so as you can see, we made it back to Treasure Cay. The ride back from Green Turtle was definitely a little bit more dicey than the ride over there. There were more breakers towards the point where I have to make the turn and less, you know, towards Green Turtle. But all those breakers stacked up around the point of Treasure, woof, made it very difficult to get through. It wasn't like I had any, you know, breaks and sets that I could cut through. So I was literally just looking to, you know, make the pass in between two breaking waves, speed up, and y'all saw in the video I did exactly that. And so you also saw coming in, you know, coming in the shortcut here at Treasure, they had that boat that was anchored out of the sandbar there. He's a friend and a subscriber to the channel, so we stopped and said hi. And then the house we stopped at that y'all saw us talking to, they're good friends of mine, and they basically called Meli and I crazy for going out on a day like today to go to Green Turtle. They went and walked out to the point and said there's no way in hell that we'd ever go out there, but
We did it.
we did. And like I said, a small boat like this, I can cut between the islands. I don't have to go all the way out and around Sandy Key, so that makes it a whole lot more doable. And as you saw, you just slowly work your way through the waves. And so we're gonna get back in, get the boat on the lifts. Albury's put away. Back to the condo now. And that's gonna do it for this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below what you wanna see, and I'll see y'all in the next one.